Hello guys, welcome to the C++ tutorial series. In this video, we will learn about code organization in C++. My name is Kafui and welcome to my channel mod.dev. Please subscribe and like to help the channel grow and turn on the bell notification icon to get notified whenever I release a content on the channel. With that said, let's dive in. By convention, there are two kinds of files in which we can store our C++ code. These files are the source file and the header file. The source file ends with the .cpp extension and the header file ends with the .h extension. In the header file, we usually put various declarations, and in the source file, we put our definitions and the main program. So, for some time now, we've been writing all our code in the main.cpp file or source file. But in real-world program, you will not write all your code in one file. You have to put your code or split your code into different source file, and then whenever you are compiling your code, the compiler will put all these files together, and by the use of the linker, which is part of the compiler, it produces object files, which finally produces executable file, and then that can be run by your computer. So let's say I'll just declare and initialize a simple function. Let's see this, and then I'll show you how we can split this code into a source file and then a header file. So that's the add function declaration. I'll go ahead and then define it. So int x and then integer y, and this will just return, let me just write that properly, this will return x plus y. And this is what we've been doing for some time now. So this is the function declaration at the top, and then this is the function definition. So in C++, we can create a header file, and then we'll put all our code declaration, function declaration, or class declaration, or even object declaration inside. And then in the source file for that header file, we put our definitions. So let me just go ahead and then call this function, set it to a variable called result, and then call the add function and provide random integers, and then finally std_cout the result, and then I'll terminate the line, and when I run my code, hopefully we get 30 outputted. So in order to split this code into a header file and source file, I'll go to my project explorer. In my folder, I'll go to new, then I'll go to C/C++ source file, and then the name of my source file will be add, and then check this box, create an associated header. Make sure you check this box and then click OK. So what the IDE has done was it created this add.h or header file and then add.cpp source file for me. So in the header file, we have what we call header guards. So what is here, this micro over here, is what we refer to as what the header guards. So in between the header guards is where we put our declaration. So I'll just go ahead into my main.cpp and copy this declaration over. So I'll just cut that and then paste it here and save. And then in my add.cpp, I'll just go ahead, copy the definition and then paste it down here and then save. So whenever we declare a source file and a header file for a code or a piece of code, we have to include the header file in the source file. So in order to include a header file into a source file, we use the include directive or the include statement, and then in double quotes we put the name of the header file, and then with what the extension, which is .h. So what the IDE did was it created the source file and then the header file, and then it included the header file in the source file for me, in the source file for me by default. So now when I go ahead to my main.cpp, you see that we have an error here, and when I try running my code, you see the compiler gives us an error that it doesn't know what this add function is talking about. So what we have to do is we have to include the header file of the add function into our main.cpp file or source file. So in order to do that, we use the include statement, and then when we are including header files that we created ourselves, we use double quotes. So I'll write the name of the source file, then .h, that's .header. And then when we are including C++ library header files, we use what? Angle braces or angle brackets. So you know that we've been including this IO stream. We can use, let's say I want to include the string header file, which is part of the C++ library. I'll just go ahead and use angle braces, and then I will include it. But in this note, we are not using it, so I'll just delete it. So upon doing that, upon including the header file of the add function, when I go ahead and run my code with the shortcut Shift plus F10, we get the result outputted correctly in our console. So this is how we can create source file and header files to split our code into different files, so that we don't end up writing all our code in one file. So what I'll do again is I'll go ahead and create another source file and header file for declaring a class called shape, and then check create an associated header and click OK. So I'll close this panel over here. Over here, I'll just declare my class in the header file called shape. Quickly, I'll initialize X and then initialize Y as integers. Y. Let me use this. Then the constructor, which will be shape, and then I'll just say integer X value, and then let me write this properly, then comma integer Y value, and then terminate it, and then go ahead and just declare a function which doesn't do anything but just print the values. So print values function and terminate it. So this is my shape class. So I'll go to the source file, which is shape.cpp. You can see that the header file has already been included here by default by the ID. So I'll just put the definitions, the shape definition over here. So I'll say shape, then go for the constructor, and then I'll initialize it. So I'll say X will map to X value, and then comma Y. We initialize that to what? Y value, and then I'll just std out and say constructor invoked, and then terminate it. Then what I'll do next is I'll define the function which is from the shape class. Say print values. I'll just std out the X value, and then the Y value, and then terminate it. I think I have to put this here. Okay, we are getting this error here because I have to bring in the IO stream. So I'll just use the include directive here, since it's part of C++ library. So we have to use what? Angle bracket or angle braces, and we are good to go. So this is the shape class definition with the function definition as well, and then the declaration are in the what? The header file. So I can come to my code over here and then create an object. So before I do that, I have to include the header file of the shape. So I'll use the include directive and say shape, and you see the IDE gives us auto completion. Then I'll go ahead and comment this out and come down here and say shape and create an object from it, and just initialize it to, let's say 10, and then what? 30, and then I'll terminate that successfully. So it's giving me this error because you know in C++ by default the member functions are what? Private, so I have to make it public. And then hopefully when I go there we have this. So I can say shape dot print values, and then when I run my code, hopefully we get constructor invoked, and then 10, 20. Let me just go ahead and then put this on a new line and say use this, and then come back here, run my code. Hopefully we get what? Constructor invoked, and then finally the values outputted in the console for us. So this is how we can split our code into multiple files using header files and then source files in C++. If you have any questions, put them in the comment for discussion. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.